Good day, viewer. My name is Onimisi Benson. Today we'll be looking at our topic getting external data from a text file into Excel worksheet. So the first thing we have to look at is which file are we bringing up and where's the file. So on the desktop, on my desktop here, I have patient data in a TXT file, and this is a notepad file. So now I open it just for us to go through and see the kind of data we're bringing. These are hospital patients' data, and then we have the header here. You could see that everything is not arranged, but they are basically separated by more than one spaces. So now, in the header here, we have patient ID. You could see the number is an identification number, and we have ID again. We have cost per unit. We have number of units. We have smart code, we have appointment ID, we have patient name, invoice number, race by name. All these headers, okay, are there. We have so many of them, you understand? So let us close this file and then go straight to our Excel spreadsheet. So now I will open our Excel worksheet. So let's wait for a while as it opens. I am using version 2021. So the first thing I will do is to open a blank workbook. So I'm on it. By default, if you open a blank workbook, you will always see by default a worksheet, a single worksheet by default. So my area of concentration now is to bring that particular text file. The data that are inside is to import it into the Excel spreadsheet. So what am I going to do? That's the question. How am I going to achieve this? So we have different tabs here. We have the file in the menu. On the menu bar, we have home, we have insert, we have draw, we have page layout, we have formulas, we have data, we have review, we have view, we have help. So I'll be using data tab. So I click data tab. I can simply come here and click from test under get and transform data. Waiver. But I can still go to get data. But in 2016, we'll see this tab as get external data. This particular area is called get external data. So I will click from file. I have so many ways of bringing data into the Excel worksheet. So now my area of concentration will be based on from text to CSV. So since I'm bringing my data from text, I'll click from text. So I'm waiting. Just a moment. Just a moment. It's taking too much of time. It shouldn't have been like this. So now, this dialog box will pop up. Having clicked from file and then from text, so CSV file. Import data dialog box will pop up and it will show different directory on the left hand side. So where do I keep my file? I keep it on the desktop. So I will go to desktop directory by clicking. This is my file. And then we could see this is file name in this column, and then we have text file as the extension for that particular file. So I click patient data and then I will click import. So I will wait for a while for Excel worksheet to process the importation of the data into the Excel spreadsheet. So I'm waiting. Just wait on, it's connecting. You can see different processes. Okay, here we are. This is just a preview of my data. You could easily scroll and see how the whole data has been arranged like it's on the table. So now it has been arranged. But I observed something. I found out that a particular row column is missing here. The data are not being installed. So I have to go and check what is the problem. So I could see that the header was jumped here. So that one can be adjusted later. after loading my data. So by default, my delimiter is what? Tab. There are sometimes you have a file that the delimiter might be comma. What I mean by delimiter is that, let me open this file. This is the document. So instead of being separated by space, it can be separated by comma. You could see I put comma here, I put comma here. Those are my delimiter. So now this one, in this file, we have space, so that's why we are clicking tab. And we should know on our keyboard, tab represents space. Actually, if you click a tab, it will give you more than three, maybe 2, 3 spaces. That's why tab is selected in this regard automatically. So Excel does wonders by automatically detecting from the file what should be the delimiter. So now we click load. So here we come as we wait for it to load. So you could see the processes on the right hand side under queries and connection tab. We have patient data being loaded and the rows are being counted. So we've counted 77,000, 82,000, 94,000, and so on and so forth. Let's watch where it will stop. 132,000 rows, 143,000 rows, 154,000 rows, 165,000 rows, 171,000 rows, 182,000 rows, 198,000 rows, and so on and so forth. So we have 198,533 rows detected on the file. It's a very big data. It's a very big data. So let's wait. Let's wait. You could see preparing worksheet. Everything is being adjusted. There are some background processes going on here. So let's wait for a while. Let's see what happens at the end of the day. Wait a moment. Adjusting column width. Oh, awesome. So here we are. At the end of the day, it brings us to the what? Excel table. Excel table. Automatically it converts, it puts all the data on an Excel table inside an Excel spreadsheet called patient data. So the name of that document is being put as the name of the worksheet here, patient data. So now if we look at the top, we could see that this column is jumped, the header is jumped. So what I have to do here is a very simple task. So let me scroll down. You could see that this one is missing no data under. This should be data. If you check very well, clearly. So let me go back to the front. I can easily select from here the header to the last header. Let me select in that regard. How do I select? I press down my button left mouse and then I drag to the last header. So having drag, I can press Ctrl X on the keyboard to cut. Ctrl X, X. So now I will come to this column that is jumped so that my paste can start from here, and automatically Excel will paste everything in that respect to all the remaining other. So as I click this column, I'll press Ctrl V to paste. If I press Ctrl V, you could see that automatically everything is pasted. Everything is pasted, and let's go and check the last header. You could see the last header now has already aligned, and then we are having this one as an SS, which is column 1. So what we are going to do is that we can delete this particular column by right-clicking on the column. We right-click on the column, and then we look for delete. We delete table column. Boom, it's gone. So everything is gone. So the format is now based on the table alone, table data alone. So having done this, I think this brings us to the end of this activities. See, we have so many data. 198,534 data. So now the next thing we do, how do? We have to save our what? Our work. I click file, I go to save as, I'll click browse. It's always good and advised to save inside document. So I can say, okay, work